Welcome back to the Jack and Glenn channel. I'm Jackie.
I'm her husband, Glenn.
Yes, he's my husband, Glenn. I don't know why he said it like that, but he's my husband, Glenn. And we're back with another review from Married at First Sight Season 10 episode...
Number 7.
Episode 7.
Episode 7, man. Where do we start here? Oh, man. I want to start with this couple. I want to start with Brandon and Taylor.
Oh...
I really want to start with Brandon and Taylor because they come back, and now this episode, the couples come back off their honeymoon.
Right.
They're coming back off their honeymoon. They're getting to their new apartments. And I thought, watching, like, man, they're not going to go to their own house first. I mean, they come in and they go straight to their apartment.
Right.
Now, so we see Taylor coming into her apartment, and Taylor is there by herself.
Yes.
By herself. She moves into the apartment by herself, which I'm like, you know what? I could give her much credit because she could have went home. Mm-hmm. She could have went to her own house, like, oh, you ain't coming, don't worry about it. But I'm going to go to her apartment, go to my own apartment. Now, we know from the previous episode, Brandon had a fit. He cussed everybody out. He cussed her out. He cussed the whole
he was very
production crew out. He was like, as they kept saying, he was bad Brandon.
Yes, yes.
He was bad Brandon. And so she gets back to her apartment. It's late. Now, mind you, I'm just very observant. It's like 10 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. 10 o'clock at night.
It means she hasn't seen him all day.
Haven't seen him through all the travels. Haven't seen him through all that. He's like, guess when they got off the plane, he's like, I'm going to my house. I'm not coming to the hotel. I'm not coming to the
I don't even know if he said that. He was just like, deuces.
Deuces. He ain't show up at all. Didn't show up whatsoever. So Brandon wasn't there. And she stayed there by herself and getting things together and try to, make it a home, pick the closet. And, what other couples we saw pick their coat. They had, I want this closet, I want that closet. She didn't have an opportunity to do so with him. Mm-hmm. And she just moved her stuff in, put her pajamas on, and went to bed. The next day we saw Pastor Cal.
Yes.
She's sitting there, and Pastor Cal comes over and asks her what's going on. And she explains the whole thing to Pastor Cal about how Brandon been acting, how he's been behaving, and what he's been doing. And she's like, basically, I'm not putting up with that.
Right.
I'm better than that. I don't know, kind of like, why did y'all choose him? And Pastor Cal, he was like, his face was like... He
was outdone.
But to me, it showed that, I don't know if it was for TV or for him, but he was really like, look, we're sorry we chose him for you.
Right.
Like, this is not the person that we saw or we talked to.
Right.
This is not the person that we thought would be in a relationship with you.
Right. Yeah, he said that. I mean, this whole episode, we saw Pastor Cal take his glasses off, rub his head. He did a whole lot of that. I'm like y'all taking this man through changes. But
like, it shouldn't be this hard. I gotta work hard.
Yeah, and so while he's talking to Taylor, that I'm gonna call it like I said, that old crazy Brandon come in like, hey, how y'all doing? Yeah, got these for you, bruh. Really? Really, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I mean, he came in like. Not like he hadn't done anything, but just, it was crazy.
But he came in like he had no problems. And you mentioned it, and I'm not saying that's what he is. He came in like, a person who has abused his wife, and the next day he's bringing flowers and he's apologizing. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, I'm sorry, here, here's flowers, and this makes up for my behavior. Right. As if nothing has ever happened. Right. Here you go. This is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna apologize, and you're gonna take me back, dude. You have been MIA. You told me to go F myself, right?
Through the ring.
I packed your bags, gave you your passport. I could have easily left you in Panama and screw you, and you get your own stuff. Yeah. She's trying to be the good wife and trying to be trying to go through the process of, I've heard people say, trying to go through this process of being married and then married at first sight. And you acting like a butt because of your insecurities and the fact that you
I'm reserved. I'm so private. I'm not used to this. And
Pastor Cal was like, all 5 couples signed up for this, and all 5 couples are going through the process with you. Yeah. So basically, you have an outlet. You have people that you can talk to, somebody to get around with you. But you're handling in a immature, and as she said, immature, childish way.
Yes, very childish. Very childish. I couldn't believe he walked in there like that. Like, really, Brandon? But Taylor seems, she wants to continue the process. she's willing to let bygones be bygones and let's move from here. But I want the other Brandon I saw. I don't want this one.
And it's got to be very, I think very, and she's on eggshells. She don't know how to do it. We saw when she was talking to him in their apartment, her nervous laugh and how she nervously laughed because she don't know which way to maneuver or which way to flow because don't know which Brandon or what's going to trigger him or what's going to set him off or what's going to make him do what he needs to do. It just is weird. Their dynamic in the relationship because she wants the relationship to work, but there is still triggers that's there. And
I feel like Brandon does too. He just doesn't know what to do. He's just from the beginning. I felt like something was off with Brandon from wedding day. I'm like, something is off. But as we get further into the season, I guess we'll see some more. And if you watch one of our other reviews, you know that we got there's a spoiler
about their relationship.
And I'm not going to go into that now, but
and I do know one thing we learned from Brandon, that he needs his air purifier.
Oh yeah, when they went to his place, I got to have clean air. Maybe that's why he was acting so funky.
He didn't have clean air, so he needed his air purifier to make that.
That was the one thing he wanted out of his.
Make sure everything works. So they have some issues. They got a lot of things they need to resolve. Pastor Cal, in my opinion, will spend a lot of time with them.
Yeah.
There will be a lot of counseling sessions with these two. And not just, I think with a couple of the couples.
Oh yeah.
Majority of the couples, there will be a lot of counseling.
Oh yeah. So we want to go to the other bad.
Oh yeah.
Other bad seeds.
Zach and Mindy.
Oh my gosh, Zach, really?
Zach is just Zach. Like he basically told her, I don't feel comfortable with living with you right now, so I'm going to my house.
He said it's counterproductive
and unhealthy.
It's unhealthy for us to live together. What? I told my husband, I said, this season is full of firsts. I have never. These people behavior, some of the things they're saying, the things they're doing, I have never in any season of Married at First Sight have I ever known a guy, anybody in the marriage be like, nah, I'm not moving in. What?
But you know what it almost seemed like, and I gotta look and do it. It seemed like these people that are acting like this are not on there for marriage. They're on there for TV.
Right.
They're not on there.
That way.
They're on there not to go through the process of marriage, but they're on there just to get their name out there on TV. And I believe Pastor Cal asked him that.
Yeah.
When they met with Pastor Cal, like, what are you doing this for?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you even involved or dealing with this? Because Mindy was going through. She was there eating by herself, talking to her best friend, worrying about her. She already had the problem. Her family didn't support her. And now she got a person she's married to who's not supporting her, who says she's not attractive. She is really going through. And then on top of that, we got to put back her sister passing away. So she having a lot of issues right now with trust in people that let her down.
Yeah, and her friend is not feeling Zach. He gonna have a lot of ground to make up if that's what he chooses to do. Which he told Pastor Cal he wants to stay in a marriage. He wants to try it. Just like Pastor Cal told Brandon, he told Zach the same thing. Look, we explained this process to y'all. You know what's supposed to happen. Now we can't make you, but in order to build the marriage, in order to build the relationship, get to know each other, you should be in the same spot. Because not only did Zach not move in the apartment, they haven't even spoken to each other.
Yeah, they hadn't talked.
They haven't talked, and he's on some trying to absence makes the heart grow fonder. That only works when you know somebody.
Yeah.
That only works when you have gotten to know somebody in the first place. Mm-hmm. Not a stranger.
Yeah.
How can absence make the heart grow fonder from a stranger? You sound silly, Zach.
Definitely sounds silly, Zach. Yeah, Zach has to realize, and he has to grow up. He has to realize that he has to be serious about the process. There is a process that he has to go through, and this is a process. You decided you want to be married, so guess what? Be married with this young lady. Mm-hmm. And at least try to work out, live with her, because you owe her that. To me, I think you owe her that much.
Yeah.
Because you stood at the altar, you got on one knee, You remember he's the one knee guy.
That's what I'm like, bruh.
You owe her that. So make sure you at least abide by that. And then after 7 weeks, if it don't work out, guess what? I don't want to be married to you anymore.
Or better yet, hopefully they give them the midway point out.
Yeah.
And he don't even have to make it through the whole time. Hopefully he'll get that midway out and he'll cut his losses and be like, you know what, this hasn't been working. I want to try, but I'm doing you a disservice.
Yeah.
But again, like you said before, it's really like Zach is just doing this for TV. Because yeah, you did the whole one knee thing. You over dramatic at the wedding and the reception, and now it's like, I don't want to move in with you. I'm not attracted to you. Him and Pastor Cal had a whole conversation about attraction and growth. Pastor Cal said, "Well, have you ever had somebody where at first you like weren't attracted to him, you didn't like him, and then it grew into that?" Yeah. He was like,
dog, dude.
So that happens. You're not giving it a chance, but you have to be present in the moment. Yeah. For it to happen.
Yeah, he's not present in the moment, so he has to learn to communicate with her, and not being used to being single and living by himself. He enjoyed being with his dogs or being enjoyed with himself. And I don't know if anybody else knows that pan he cooked eggs in looked like it was already dirty. I noticed. I paid attention. I'm sorry. It just didn't look right to me. I'm just saying.
All right. So then let's go from we're going from worse to bad, to not so bad, and then we're gonna get to our better. So Michael and Mika,
they're growing.
They are.
But she's still bossy and pushy. She's still bossy and pushy. She is too. Why are you putting that on the floor? Why are you doing that? Why are you in my refrigerator? Why are you looking for water? Water's right here. Why? God, again, I'm like, haven't you watched the episodes? Look, I mean, I think nothing beats Iris going through Keith's drawers and what she found there. But that's typical. When you go to each other's places, you know, you look around. You trying to figure this person out. What's their closet look like? What's this look like? And she was like, why you doing what you looking for? Want me help you find it? You need some help finding something? it was so funny. Like, Mika, you just be tripping. Just relax and calm down and let Michael be him. But it was good to see them conversate. It was good to see them talk. When they first got to their apartment, he like, oh, I can use a kitchen, I can cook. She's like, oh, you don't cook. I cook breakfast and pasta. He was like, she's like, you fix pasta. What you need all them seasonings for then? He said, I don't just fix pasta. I do some things with this food, okay? I need seasonings. Yo, so it was fun to see their interaction. It was fun to see how they maneuver and work with each other. You know, and so, you know, Mika, after her pushy state, you know, we realized she don't mind Michael making more money than her. That was a big. Yeah. Oh, not only do she not mind, she want it. She love it. You like it, I love it. Yeah, she loves it, and I'm not mad at her. No, I mean but it was before he got the principal job. They was about right even on the same. Yeah. And so now she like, I wanted somebody to make more money than me. You know, I'm 25 and I make pretty good money now, and I do this. And Michael like, yo, we fine. We don't mind putting our stuff together and handling business in that way. You know, Pastor Cal brought up who's about bills, and I think that's a big thing because money, as I call it, PMS is what destroys sex. I mean relationships. The power of money, and sex are things that destroy marriages, and so he got on the money situation. He talked about the sex situation in which Mika let it go. She brought it back up again when Pastor Cal asked him about sex. It's been 6 to 7 days now. If he said it, he didn't say it. Y'all working on a relationship. She keeps bringing up the fact that he gave her an ultimatum with the honeymoon, and the honeymoon's over. And you could see again, Michael started retreating, and he said, "I feel like I'm failing," and he cried. He was like, "You don't understand that being adopted. My mother gave me up, even though I got adopted into my own family. Intimacy and affection, that's my love language, and I need that. Not necessarily the act, not necessarily intercourse, but I need to be emotionally connected." And I said the expectation. I didn't say that if we don't, it's not going. Yes, you did. I feel like I can't trust him. I'm like, girl,
You done lost trust over this conversation. It ain't even that serious.
And
it's not even that serious.
He's staying with you. Y'all in an apartment together. If you knew about the other relationships, you'd be like, man, my dude doing all right.
Yeah, it's.
You know.
I was just like, Mika, let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go. You said we said we were moving past it. We're starting over again, but you still harboring. You still.
But I think that's something in relationships that people got to realize. When you say you forgave the person or you want to let it go, that's what needs to take place. We can't keep revisiting and bring it up. If you forgave me,
especially with not the same fervor.
Yeah, not saying fervor. If you forgave me, and when we say, okay, we moving past this, then guess what happened? We don't move past this. Let's not bring this back up. Let's not talk about this. Hey, I trust my husband. I'm moving. She could easily say, you know what? We had a new place now. I trust him, and we're moving on.
Or this happened. We know it happened. We know we have different views of what happened. It's okay. It's in the past. Let's go forward from here. Because he obviously hasn't been pushing it since. And again, I say, if he is that wishy-washy, that back and forth, saying this thing and doing something else, why have they not shown it on camera like they did Brandon's bad behavior?
Yeah, that to me, I think
because it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, I think it's she blowing it up, making.
Yes, I think if the production and producers thought it was something of substance, they would document it, they would show us.
Yeah,
I don't. She don't know. Obviously, in her other relationships, she probably feels like, I let something go too long. I didn't nip it in the bud when I should have. And so I'm learning my lesson. And so I'm going to be on this. You won't fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yeah. That's where she is right now. Mika, let it go. Get a boy a chance. I mean, he can't be that good of an actor. He just can't.
No. The
way he cried. He was broke up. You could tell he looked broken. Like,
but she's doing the same thing his family told her not to do.
Yes.
Which is to push him.
Yes.
And you keep pushing, he's going to shut down. And then she's going to be mad because he shut down on their relationship.
Right when she wants to try to open up.
When she want to open up in the relationship, which hopefully that does not take place. So, Micah and Mika, they're doing better. They're not the worst couple this week.
No.
But
not by far.
Not by far. They're doing better. Then we go ahead and move on to Derek and Katie.
Okay.
Derek and Katie now doing well, got together. Derek is pretty much there may be some issues in their relationship. They may have some problems, may have some circumstances, may have some situations in their relationship. The biggest thing for them was that she still had feelings for this guy.
Right.
That he reached out to her and Derek said, well, I don't know after this process what I can say I love you. It might be 6 months. Dog, you don't have 6 months, man. You got 8 weeks. Now you got 7.
But I thought it was funny that he would say that, like, Mr. Never Been in Love. How can you say how long it's going to take you to fall in love with her and to say I love you? Really?
But he said he was feeling real comfortable with everything, feeling good and everything's good, straight. And I know people don't have to necessarily be in love to have sex.
Right.
Y'all already did the do a couple times. Right? Yeah, I know you don't have to be in love to have sex, but at the same time, y'all had a lot of emotion, feeling, you're sharing, and it's only been a week. I understand that. But for you to come out and say about 6 months,
right?
Dog, that's too much of a time for you. You only have 7 weeks,
right?
8 weeks, but 7 weeks now as the show's being taped. But you have to grow, and I wouldn't have said.
I like that. Real quick, I'm sorry, because you said what I was about to say. Pastor Cal has been stressing this the last few seasons. People expect to fall in love, like it's just gonna happen all out the blue. And he said, I don't believe in falling in love. I believe in growing in love. And I think Derek thought about it for a quick second. He didn't really think about it as hard as some of the other seasons where people was like, you're right. I guess you do grow in love.
Yeah, we grow. You don't fall in it. You grow in it, and that what makes you. You're experiencing things. When you're sick, she take care of you. Or you sick, he take care of her. Or the conversations you guys have, the moments you have, whether it's movies or relationships, those things make you fall in love. Those things make you get have an appreciation for that person in a relationship. So and then for her to say that she loved this other guy, there was connected.
What she said was, Yeah.
And we don't know how long the relationship had been, but you can have a connection with someone and a love for someone because it goes to those who are out there religious. It's a soul tie.
And she said, I'm still attracted to him, which you wouldn't expect her not to be attracted to him. This was very close to the time that when she got married. Yeah. And then homeboy, whoever he is, he came stirring the pot. Don't do it. I want to be with you now. I love you. He came stirring the pot. So that's even more of a difficulty with her disconnecting from it. And but she said, we don't follow each other on social media. There's been no communication. So I'm in this.
Yeah.
I mean, my feelings I can't just turn off. She acknowledged that. And I think Derek was understanding. I get it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I get it.
He get it, but he's also said, I'm in competition with somebody else.
Right.
Nah, dog, she married you and you ain't in competition. You have to be able to have her enough to know that, and be with her enough to know that she's going to separate from this guy, and trust her enough that she's going to separate from this person and totally separate, not go back. And that she has, and trust the process and trust her. That's where the trust and the love comes at, because you trust her. And as long as she doesn't defy that trust, she's fine and you're fine. Don't worry about the person on the outside. Worry about the people on the inside and continue the relationship that you have and work on what you guys have and not what they had. That's like when you marry somebody who's had multiple partners or dated with people. You can't worry about the other partners that they had. You're built the relationship with the person that you are in right then and there.
Yeah.
But so they worked that out, and they looked at each other's apartment, and then they're fine. They're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be okay. And so, to the, I don't want to say the best,
the couple that has the least problems right now.
Yeah, Jessica and Austin. I mean, what can we say? It's not a whole lot to say about.
She's quirky. She took the big closet, moved this stuff out of the closet, one closet, and put her stuff in another closet. She looked at Austin like, well, I know you're a little bit messy because I folded your pajama pants and picked them up
right.
and put them there. I know you just leave your stuff laying around.
Even when she went to his apartment, it's like, okay, it was not apparent which clothes were clean and which were dirty.
Yeah, like, dog.
She was like, which one? He was like, well, yeah, we got to take both of them. Those ones are clean and these are dirty. They're both in hampers balled up. But it reminds me of my kids.
Yeah, but she's a neat freak. She don't know what, she took everything. He's like, are you taking this too? Are you taking this too?
Because she was like, I never know. Which makes sense to me.
Y'all women never know.
Because we're gonna be in this other apartment for, I guess, she don't want to come back and forth. She's bought into it. I don't want to come back and forth, so I need to be prepared for if we go to if we happen to go to church for some reason. I need these for work. I might not want to wear this particular, like, I want to have choices for work, and if we go out, I want to have this, and I need these shoes. And I'm not mad at her. Be prepared. Be prepared, Jessica.
No, it's a small apartment. You can't take everything. It's a small apartment.
But if we stay in it for the long haul, all my stuff's gonna come in there.
No, but I'm gonna go back to the place. We're gonna pick a place, whether mine or yours, because I don't think they stay in these apartments after the 8 weeks.
Right.
You could if you wanted to pay, but just like we all
Dianna and Greg.
We all knew Dianna was gonna move to Greg's house, right?
Yes.
It was no question whatsoever that Dianna was gonna. Ooh, look at this house. You got all these bedrooms. Dianna was gonna
this for?
Well, Dianna was gonna move to Greg's house, so that's one of the issues. Yeah. But Austin and Jessica doing well. They didn't really have any issues when they met with Pascal. They just, working on their schedules.
And talking about the deep things. That's the one thing he talked to them about is, in this relationship, this growing, getting to know each other, building this marriage, you're going to have to talk about the deep things. And, he started the conversation with them so they can get deeper.
And that's one thing about marriage is you're going to have to talk about deep things that you may not want to talk about, things that you may see. The uncomfortable moments that you have in marriage. Don't mean you don't love the person. Don't mean y'all have to argue. It's just those uncomfortable things that you have to talk about. Whether they lost the ex and they crying and boo-hooing over it. Whether they lost their job. Whether they, money is not right or they make less than you do. And, and that's one thing about them. She was like, he makes substantially less than her. Mm-hmm. But I love him because it's gonna come up soon. Mm-hmm. And so she really wasn't harping on it. But in some marriages, that's a big issue. Oh, I make more than you, so I can control the money. Nah, just because you make more than me, don't we control? Because as you got together, everything came together as one. Mm-hmm. Your money came together. Your all that comes together when you're in a relationship. And so I think that's the key there. Regardless of which spouse makes it, I've never seen where they just cut off lights off your half of the house.
Right, they cut off all the
They cut all the lights, so you ain't paying the bills.
They cut all the water off.
They cut all the water off. They just don't cut the channels off and cable that you like, right?
No,
You ain't paying the bill.
They cut all the cable off.
They cut all the cable off. So if your money should come together as a husband and wife, that's the way we believe that it should be done.
Yeah.
So good episode. Not too many major issues. Just dealing with the relationship of those who didn't come into the apartment. We'll see next week they get to meet their families.
Yeah.
And from off the previews,
family gatherings.
Off the previews, some family members are going to read some of these spouses.
Do it.
It is not going to be pretty for certain people.
It needs to be done.
But I'm going to see how they react to it, because in essence, you lied to some of these families. I'm going to take care of them and be with them. And within a week, you've already reneged.
Showed your tail.
Showed your tail and reneged on what you said. Hey, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell notification. Make sure you subscribe to the show once again. But also, do me a favor. I'm going to leave in a link. My wife did a song, and I want you guys to go ahead and listen to it and let us know what you think. I'm going to put the link to the song also in the comments in the description section. Please let me know what you think. Let us know what you think. Once again, Married at First Sight. We enjoyed it. Hey, can't wait to talk about it next week.
That's my husband, Glenn.
That's my wife, Jackie. Bye.
Bye.